Mrs. Swanson here with today's lesson, Evaluating and Writing Algebraic Expressions. When writing and understanding algebraic expressions, you need to understand the word variable. A variable is any letter that takes the place of a number. So if I had 3 plus 2 equals 5, I could change 2 to a variable, let's say x. 3 plus x equals 5, and we have to find what x would be. So in this case, our variable is the x, the letter taking place of the number in an equation. Let's practice with writing an algebraic expression for this word sentence. So the price, P, increased by 16. I know my variable is going to be P, it's going to stand for my price. Now I have to look at my key words here. I know increase means to go up or to add. So P plus, and how much are we increasing? 16. So P plus 16. This is my algebraic expression. What about this word sentence? M meters per minute for 3 minutes. So I'm going to circle key things here. M I know is going to be my variable. I know I'm going to do something with the number 3 here. Now I have to find out what is my operation going to be. I noticed the word per here, and I know per tells me that I will be multiplying. M times 3. Now when you have multiplication, you can also write it like this. If you have a number next to a letter, that means to multiply. So anytime you see a number next to a letter, that tells you you're going to times or multiply. Try writing an algebraic expression for this word problem. When you press pause, and when you figured it out, press play to see the answer. So this says 12 heartbeats more than X heartbeats. I'm going to notice that I have a 12 here, so we're going to use a 12. We're going to use an X for our variable. In my operation, I notice we said more than, and more than tells me that we're going to add. So 12 plus X is the algebraic expression for this word problem. Now let's work the other way. Here I have an algebraic expression, x plus 2. How can we write that using words? A good idea might be to make a list of words that mean multiply, subtract, divide, and add. Think of some ways that you can write this out in words and press play when you're ready to see what I came up with. One algebraic expression could be 2 more than x. Another could be the sum of x and 2. Or you could even say x increased by 2. These are just some examples, but there are many more ways that you could write this out. With some problems, you'll be asked to evaluate each expression using particular values. In this case, I've chosen m equals 2, x equals 5, and n equals 7. So you might have a problem that looks like this, 5m minus 6. What you're going to do is replace the variable with the number that is presented as being equal to that variable. So here I have 5m, and I know that m equals 2. A common mistake that students make is just to say, okay, 5, and then we have a 2 minus 6. Oh, 52 minus 6. Wrong. Oh, don't do that. If you remember from earlier in the lesson, anytime that you have a number and a letter next to each other, that means to multiply. There's a little invisible multiplication sign in there. So what this really means is 5 times m, which I know is 2, minus 6. Using order of operations, we take 5 times 2 to get 10, and subtract 6 to get an answer of 4. Let's try another one. In this problem, we have to fill in 2 different variables. Starting with 3n, again, I know number next to letter means multiply. So we have 3 times n, which I see is 7, plus x, which I see is 5. So 3 times 7, 21, plus 5, and we get an answer of 26. Go ahead and try this problem on your own. Pause the video and press play when you're ready to check your work. So here we have, again, two cases where we're going to multiply. So we have 5 times n, which is 7, plus 2 times m, which is 2. 5 times 7, 2 times 2, 35 plus 4, we get an answer of 39. Stay tuned for the next lesson when we're going to be finding the variables instead of given the variables. That's all for this lesson. Thanks for studying with Swanson.